Developers in companies claiming to do Scrum in 25. Inspect progress toward your team's sprint goal, adapt your sprint backlog as necessary, and do it in 15 minutes every day. If I could offer you only one tip for surviving your company's version of Scrum, it would be this. Inspect progress towards your team's sprint goal, adapt your sprint backlog as necessary, and do it with commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. The long-term benefits of doing so have been proven by experience, by reflection, by the few teams who truly lived it, and written without ambiguity by the authors of the 2020 Scrum Guide. The rest of what I tell you today has no basis more reliable than the rest of that guide. And the quiet lessons you only hear once you're no longer in the room, but I will dispense it now. Enjoy the power and the mess of your team. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the beauty and potential of your team until you've been thrown out, until you watch them from afar and realize they could have gotten there sooner. But trust me, one day you'll look back at the faces in that sprint review, and you'll remember how much possibility stood quietly between those awkward silences, and how incredible it would have been to truly ship value every sprint. Your product is not as finished as you imagine. Don't worry about your definition of done or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as debugging production outages by arguing over Jira workflows. The real troubles in your team are apt to be things that never cross your refined product backlog, the kind that blindsides you at 4:30 p.m. on the last day of the sprint. Do one thing every day that improves quality. Say no to half-baked work. Say yes to building increments of real usable value. Flaws. Don't waste your time on comparison. Sometimes your team is ahead, sometimes your team is behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with your past selves. Remember the compliments from users, forget the complaints that came from rushed releases. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your product backlog ordered, throw away your grudges with the product owner. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what your product truly is yet. The most interesting products I know didn't know at Sprint 5 what they wanted to become. Some of the most valuable ones still evolve after release 20. Get plenty of feedback, be kind to your stakeholders. You'll miss their difficult questions when they're gone. Maybe you'll pivot, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll deliver something remarkable. Maybe you'll ship technical debt dressed as progress. Maybe you'll divorce that legacy platform. Maybe you'll dance at your product's 5-star app store reviews. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance, so are everybody else's. Enjoy your team, use their talents every way you can. Don't be afraid of transparency or what other people think of your team's velocity. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Collaborate, even if you have nowhere to do it but a misused Confluence page. Read the Scrum Guide, even if you only follow parts of it. Do not read vanity metrics, they will only make you feel inadequate. Get to know your product owner. You never know when they'll be promoted away. Be nice to your Scrum Master. They're your best link to improvement and the person most likely to shield you from organizational nonsense. Understand that teams come and go, but with a precious few, you should hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in remote time zones and corporate silos, because the older your product gets, the more you need those who remember why it existed. Live through one failed sprint, but leave before it erodes your courage. Work in a startup once, but leave before it burns you out. Travel across code bases. Accept certain inalienable truths. Legacy code will accumulate. Product owners will change direction. You too will get tired. And when you do, you'll fantasize that in the old days, backlogs were cleaner, releases smoother, and developers respected the definition of done. Respect the definition of done. Don't expect anyone else to own your technical debt. Maybe you have a brilliant architect. Maybe you inherit someone else's backlog mess, but you never know when either one might disappear. Don't mess too much with your estimation, or by the time you're mid-sprint, your burn-down chart will lie to everyone. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of retrospection. Dispensing it is how we fish mistakes from the past, wipe them off, paint over the regret, and recycle them for more than they're worth. But trust me, on the sprint goal, Scrum requires a Scrum Master to foster an environment where a product owner orders the work for a complex problem into a product backlog. The Scrum team turns a selection of that work into an increment of value during a sprint. The Scrum team and stakeholders inspect the results and adjust for the next sprint. Repeat. Sustainability matters, team health matters, learning matters, growth matters, value matters. You matter. And though I am no longer in your daily scrum, though the organization made other choices, do yourself a favor, do it right. Commitment, focus, openness, respect, courage. Trust me on the sprint goal.